1 sec. Go ahead, brother.
This is January 24th, 2006. January 24th, 2006. Allahu Akbar. It was a Tuesday. Between Salat al-Asr and Salat al-Maghrib. I was working.
New York?
No, Florida. I live in Florida.
Okay.
I was working. I got off from work. What was I doing? I was driving a bus for non-medical transport. You know, the old people that go from place to place. In New York City, they call it access. I was driving a bus, taking people from place to place who had Medicare. I got off from work. I was living in a motel because my wife and I, we were separated. I was paying, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Most of my money I was making was going to the rent. I went to her house where we lived. We were separated. I said, listen, you know, we're not together, but let me stay here in the room. I still was in love. Astaghfirullah. I said, let me stay in this room and I'll pay you rent. I'll help you. I'll pay you. When I'm giving the motel, I'll give you. Because the room had a bathroom, so she couldn't stay in one separate. She says, no, I don't want to deal with this. I says, listen, I'm going to try to help you because you have mortgage. She says, no. I got upset. Still in love, got upset. I get in my car, I'm going back to the hotel, the motel. Close to Maghrib. Subhanallah. I'm driving down the road. I'm upset. I'm angry. I says, let me stop and make a turn. I said, let me stop and make 2 rakats. Calm down. Calm down.
MashaAllah.
La ilaha illallah. Muhammadur Rasulullah.
Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
I stopped in the shopping mall next to the place called Lowe's. It's like Walmart, like Home Depot, Lowe's. I said, let me stop here and make 2 rakats. Calm down.
Yeah.
The sun is about to set for Salat al-Maghrib. SubhanAllah, you don't pray between Asr and Maghrib, but I was making Salat. I said, I'm not going to make Salat too close to the store because I don't want people getting suspicious. So I go to the side of the road. I park my car, turn it off, go to the side of the road, get out of the car, stand in back of the car. The door, the hood of the car, the back is up. It's up. I'm making Salat. 2 rakats. SubhanAllah. At that moment, I hear this vehicle coming down the road. I'm making Salat. I said, Lord, I hope this is not for me. La ilaha illallah. I want to move. But I says, I can't move. I'm in Salat. Subhanallah. La ilaha illallah. And this car don't sound like a car. It sounds like a truck. Subhanallah. La ilaha illallah. Now I'm making these 2 rakats to calm down. Because I was upset that at that time she was not, we weren't completely separated, divorced, we were separated. Next thing I know, boom! Allahu Akbar. I'm looking up in the sky. It's black. I says to myself, this is the last sky I've seen. I said to myself, this is the last sky I have seen. When I come down, I'm on my back. I'm surprised I'm alive.
You went up to the sky?
I went up.
To the sky?
I went up.
Wow.
Samawat.
Allah.
The first heaven. I went up and I've come down. I said, this is the last sky I've seen. I got hit. When I come back down, I'm alive. What am I doing alive? Oh, SubhanAllah. Soon, I see somebody come. And I'm conscious too. Somebody come to me. A woman. I am sort of like in shock. I said to the woman, do you believe in angels? That's what I said. Because I'm not supposed to be alive.
Mm-hmm.
Paramedics come.
Mm-hmm.
They put me on the truck, put the collar on me. Caution, they don't know where I'm broke or what. One paramedic was an African American guy. He said to himself, I heard him, I've never seen this before. You don't get in an accident like that and remain conscious.
SubhanAllah.
They took me to the hospital. Here's the scenario. I'm behind the car, making 2 rakat salat. Boom! I go up into the air. The car is parked off. The car moved. Parked off. It moved from here about 20 feet. The car was off. The car moved from here to about 20 feet. Engine off. Not in neutral. In park, because I parked the car, got out, made 2 rakats. Heard this some noise coming. I said, I hope it's not for me. Boom! Choo! Car moved. Vertical, horizontal. When the paramedics came, they cut my pants off because I had shoes on. The shoe one shoe went off.
Mm-hmm.
La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah.
Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Alhamdulillah, the only thing that was broke was my left wrist. Broke. My right foot, swollen. They took x-rays of my left wrist. They saw that it was fractured. They put a cast on it. SubhanAllah. I called somebody, a friend of mine, thought he was a friend. Acquaintance, Muslim brother. Come and get me because I'm in the hospital. I just had an accident. I didn't call my ex-wife or my former wife. I didn't call her because I was angry with her. I didn't call her. I called a friend from the mosque. He came to get me, took me back to the motel. They took my car to the junkyard. Car was totaled. Car was totaled. When he took me to the motel, sent me from the hospital with Advil for pain.
Painkiller.
When I got to my hotel, I was in so much pain. I called 911. 911 come. I says, listen, I'm in pain. I'm in pain. Take me someplace and give me something. Anyway, to make a long story short, I went to another hospital where they gave me some medicine a shot, injection to deal with the pain.
Mm-hmm.
SubhanAllah. After that, after the pain went down, I left. I went back to the motel. And I left the state of Florida and I went to Georgia. My son, I have two sons, big kids. One of them came from Allahumma salli ala Nabi, Virginia, to look after me. I told them, listen, Florida is a bad place if you don't have insurance. Take me to Georgia, another son in Georgia. We went to Atlanta, Georgia, and I went to the hospital there, and they fixed me up. The doctor, he thought this leg was broke, so he put a cast on this leg, and I had one on this leg. It turned out that this leg was okay, but this arm was broke. SubhanAllah. It's not stood. The story, the end of the story is that 7 years later, I have pain in my back.
Mm-hmm.
And recently, pain in this arm. Mm-hmm. Which tells me that when I fell, mm-hmm. I fell hard. Didn't break anything. But from that fall, mm-hmm. this is, the body remembers. Mm.
What year again?
07. This is 13. 7 years ago. January 24th, 2006, a Tuesday.
So the angel you mentioned.
I asked the woman, do you believe in angels? Laylatul Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The lesson here, okay, what I was reciting. I was reciting the last two ayats of Surah Al-Baqara.
MashaAllah.
That was a shafa. Allahu Alam. After this incident, I never recited those last two ayats again. I was scared. Until my son, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, he's big. He recited those two ayats. Years later, and this took away the fear of those two ayats. I never recited the last two ayats again, because every time I thought of those last two ayats, I would think about those might have been the last two ayats I recited. Scared.
So you mentioned you met angel.
I asked the woman,
Uh-huh.
do you believe in angels? Because I knew when something came between me and that truck. Had to. Because the car moved.
Uh-huh.
And I went up.
So the angel took you up.
Something, Imam, Chef, something, because you don't get hit like that and walk. People are in wheelchairs for less than that.
How long you been in the heaven? How many minutes or seconds?
No, I went up into the air. When I came down on my back. Because when I went up into the air, I said to myself, this is the last sky you've seen.
That's it, huh?
I didn't expect to survive that.
Yeah.
I'm a nurse, by the way.
SubhanAllah. Mm-hmm.
So I know what's supposed to happen, what's not supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of people in wheelchairs taking care of people in wheelchairs for less than that.
Have you seen any light, nur, around, up, next to you, somewhere?
I didn't see nothing of the ghaib, no. No. I just know that the Qur'an is a shafa.
Yes.
I just know that the Qur'an is a shafa. And this is not the first time the Qur'an has saved me.
Mm-hmm. MashaAllah.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. How old are you now? Brother Sufi.
I'm 64, almost 65. Alhamdulillah.
Your full name is Sufi
Abdullah Muhammad.
Abdul Muhammad. MashaAllah. Thank you for sharing that.
Allahumma salli ala nabi.
Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.